chatbot to fight loneliness. There's now a thriving loneliness economy that Silicon Valley talks about all the time. There are even venture capital companies that focus exclusively on this. We made a video about the entire loneliness economy before.
The reason why people are lonely is that there are no third spaces anymore. That's places that are not education or work that people go to and interact with other people. And to the extent that there are any of them, they're almost always, you know, not gender diverse. So, like, you know, for example, there's like, you know, you go to the Warhammer card shop. Okay, it's all guys, right? It's all guys. Maybe one guy's wife comes in and she says, "Carl, you said you'd be home an hour ago." Guys, I gotta go.
Perfect vector for exploitation. Sell people the solution to the problem you helped create. It's the oldest trick in the book, but the impacts are totally new to us. And that's why they're doing so much damage. We're even inventing new language to deal with this. Remember that cringily soulless word "meet cute" that people started using years ago?
I never heard of that.
It popped up on social media as a way to describe meeting someone that you exchange numbers with for a date. For example, at a coffee shop.
I've actually never done that. I have never done that, not even once in my life.
Or a bookshop when looking for the same book.
Never.
Just think about the fact that we actually developed a new word for the crazy phenomenon of just meeting someone organically. It should have set off alarm bells, right? It was an early sign that society was changing in a way that made meeting people in real life the exception and not the rule. It's no coincidence that the word started being used a lot around
because like the thing is, like, if you can find a girl on the internet, right, you look her up on Facebook and it's like, okay, she's pretty hot. Then you look her mom up, and then you see her mom's fat, and you're like, well, fuck, like, I'm not going to invest in this. Like, who wants to invest in a company that's going down like this? If you know the company's going to go bankrupt in 5 years, you going to go and invest in that company? What if her mom's hot? Well, then you talk to her.
15, the same time dating
I mean, what?
Match found.
Apps blew up. And in the last decade, dating declined to the point where the majority of Generation Z today just don't know or really have any way to meet people.
50% of men aged 18 to 24 have never approached a woman in person in their life.
Yeah.
And like even higher percentage, 18 to 30, haven't approached a woman in the last year.
In recent years, third spaces, meaning not your home, school, workplace, have just vanished. Think about the place that you grew up as an example. Pubs, bars, libraries, high street shops. How many are actually left today? And if any, how busy even
All gone except one card shop.
Are they? Since COVID, we just shuttle ourselves from home to work to the gym, to the supermarket and home. You don't really just go to the village market. There is no real town, square or hall. You're not really bumping into anyone. Even a bit of small talk with someone at the bus stop just feels weird and awkward. Making eye contact with someone on public transport will get you a look that leaves you wondering if you're insane.
So much of what makes somebody good at dating is different now than it was 50 years ago.
You can see it in the way coffee shops have changed.
I can't really comment on that. I don't know.
Almost every cafe is bland, empty, just minimalist. Almost as if they're designed purely as a conveyor belt of coffees and customers, getting us in and out as quickly as possible to extract the most amount of money they can. But can you remember the time when a stereotypical cafe was like this? With big sofas, comfy chairs.
We had a place like this. It went out of business because nobody bought anything. People just showed up and smoked weed, and they brought beer, and they'd just get drunk. Yeah, it really, we had one, it lasted for like 3 years.
People together to talk, and people just walking up to someone to say something without it being creepy. The show Friends was based on just reality in the 90s, and it's all part of a much wider pattern. One that's seemingly threatening humanity.
That this is actually a potentially existential crisis. Humans really do meet the qualification of an endangered species.
Because meeting people and building relationships is really the most important thing for human survival. It's often the key indicator in determining your lifespan. It's how we have replacement rates in just the population. But with this last decade and the disappearance of so many communal spaces where our parents and grandparents had opportunities to randomly meet new people,
another big issue is that there's no shared common culture. Like, for example, in, you know, the 50s, from what I hear, right, 60s from what I hear, is that there was much more of a established way of pursuing a woman or pursuing a man. But now, like, for example, there are women that whenever they tell you no, they want you to continue pursuing them. There are women that like this, and they like being hard to get, and they think that it's a game, it's a narrative to them, it's like romantic in their mind. Now, in my opinion, I think it's ridiculous. You're playing games with me, I'm not a PlayStation, get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, there is a shared cultural expectation that a certain degree of that could be acceptable. But whenever you bring in people from a bunch of different cultures and you have a segmentation and a fragmentation of the culture where some people think that asking twice is like basically sexual harassment and other people think that asking twice is meaning that you mean it, you have a huge problem of,
A multiverse nexus. Enfin.
basically shared culture. And I think this is another reason why this has become so problematic in America. It's because there has been a breakdown of what these shared rules of engagement are between men and women.
Dating apps has meant we're seeing a gap try to be filled that wasn't a natural one.
25.
This is a void created by the
She's like
same
32.
economic forces that hollowed out.
No peeking.
अरे बाप रे
Grenade.
मैं होल्ड करूंगा थोड़ा अरे रोटेट मार
One enemy
अरे ये
remaining.
रंडी
Our third
I can
space is
tell.
chains and corporate landlords.
Fake.
The same forces that funded these apps promising to replace what was destroyed. And dating apps didn't discover a gap in the
main सारा
market,
breach-
one was just
They
torn
became the
open
market.
and
Chamber
then
के पीछे भाग रहा है।
monetized. But it was a lie. That too was all about getting your money.
Yeah.
Think about it, the whole idea of a dating app as a viable business is a paradox. If they actually help people into relationships,
Then
would
they lose the customer.
clearly lose business.
Yeah.
One good match is 2 lost customers.
Exactly.
So instead, they design the apps to fail. And in doing
Last
so,
player
keep us
standing.
hooked on
चल
using
चल चल चल
them.
चल
And in
कोई ना कोई
turn,
ना
I've
कोई ना
never
कोई
used a dating app before.
अरे
better
भाई
way to
हेलो
keep an active user base
Arre
than by
yaar.
having relationships
Each the
designed to
better
be
you
short.
deserve.
This is your capacity
God.
to fall in love, to
Abbe.
build a family, to find meaning. All your data, all your most vulnerable desires is just slowly converted into small
his belief it was
notifications so
shit.
someone else can
Ooh.
hit their quarterly growth targets. Your relationship is designed to not be long term.
Okay,
It's why
Cupid.
men
No, I
make
know a lot of people that have met their girlfriend or wife on a dating app. I think it's pretty possible.
up 75% of Tinder users and women just 25%.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, the co-founder of the dating site OkCupid wrote a book revealing what actually happens behind the scenes of dating apps. Women, as you'd expect, receive an average of 4 to 5 messages a week, which
That's
even
a
that
lot.
seems unlikely to be this low. 90% of men received an average of 0 messages.
An average of 0.
Drop in a
Well, that's not very good, is it?
Only at the extreme end of the attractiveness scale will the best looking men receive around
Spike
1
down,
to 2
C.
messages.
But there's also a lot of men who are relying on dating apps who are never going to get the matches that they desire.
Last player
Because they are
standing.
short or because they are bald.
So, as many of us are
Fucking, what a fucking bitch! I hate this bitch.
already
What
know,
is
if you're
this?
not in the top 10%, there's
Short or men who
Gonna
are
have to
relying
teach
on
their
dating apps
omen.
who are
There's
never going to
nothing
get
brave about
the
hiding
matches
in
that
the
they
shadow.
desire. Either because they are short or because they are bald.
so as many of us are
Fucking, what a fucking bitch! I hate this bitch.
already
What
know,
is
if you're
this?
not in the top 10%, there's really no point in using them. It's something that's called
The fuck?
mate suppression in practice, and we'll get into that more soon.
And the reality is, for 95% of guys, online and dating apps aren't going to be a fruitful place for them to meet women.
But what we're seeing right now is that Generation Z's entire prospect of finding love is based on the ELO rating system.
Dating ELO.
Numerical method developed to rank players in games like chess.
Oh my
Player
God.
score determines how strong or weak they are in relation to others. So your ability to find love is seemingly literally being run through the same maths we use to decide who's good at chess or League of Legends. It's why whenever you join these apps, you get tons of matches, then suddenly they just fade away. You'll be told this is a personal failure, but oftentimes it's not.
Well, it is a personal failure. It's basically you're ugly, and so people swipe left on you, and so they stop showing you to other people because they don't want people. Basically, you have to keep in mind that these dating apps, their best interest is to keep people engaged. So in the process of keeping people engaged, you want to show people that are engaging. And so if you have a person that has a swipe through rate of 98%, then guess what? You're not going to show that person a lot, because if you do that, then it's going to increase the probability that that person isn't going to use your app, because the app is showing them something that's statistically unlikely to be
30
attractive.
seconds left.
It's just common sense. Like, you look at the way the numbers are.
Apart from sorting you to the bottom unless you pay a ton of money. And this created a dangerous dynamic that has now permeated the world of dating. One where women select the same group of the most attractive men who have almost exclusive access to women, who then become less interested in lots of these girls because they are then seen as too easy. The effect of this is that dating is seemingly a low-trust marketplace, as the entire way to attract is seemingly detachment and not through connection. It's always a contest of who cares the least, who can take the longest to message back, who's more aloof, disinterested, and who holds the power in the street.
Next. Drop in a smoke.
My ult is ready.
No peeking.
Enemy spotted. A.
Sage 65.
They are so dead.
मेरे को इस पे मार दी. Nice one. A Phoenix भी है, Phoenix भी है. Stair. $52 है, Phoenix 65 Siege.
Last player standing.
जा plant कर, clear है, side clear.
In other words, it's a game.
Let me tell you something. Like, this is my relationship advice. I don't have a girlfriend. Is that I think I should just always preface it with that, right? Just always, every single time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, this is my message 9 months later. So there are people I regularly don't message back for like weeks at a time. And that's just the way it is. And so it's like Rainbow Siege, yeah, definitely. So if you have to play the I'm not going to message you back game, the odds are that person is a waste of your time. It's just the way it is.
A game where almost everyone
You
is
really
bound
want to do
lose.
that your whole life?
You can now see it on reality TV with game shows where heartbreak is entertainment. But what's
New friends of ours are not too friendly.
क्या करें चल रहा है
Got the spike.
Enemy spotted. B. Drop in a smoke.
the message we're
It's
supposed
always been that case.
to get from this? Romance isn't sacred, it's just a contest. which all leads to the loneliness epidemic, and this one's hitting the youngest the hardest. But it's not just dating. Our whole modern society is stacked against any of us meeting someone getting married or even having children, and the consequences of this will change.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, out of all my friends, like, I thought about this, obviously, you know, this is the kind of shit you think about when you're 35, but, like, every single one of my friends is either married or has kids. Like, there's one exception, but, like, this dude's had the same fucking girlfriend. He's like, oh, we're engaged. They've been engaged for 15 years. They're fucking married, okay? So, besides this one guy, every single guy I know has either been married, is married, or has kids. That's crazy.
The world as we know it. Because there's something else catching up with us. Our bodies are starting to fail and lose the capacity to produce children at all. You know what they found recently? Microplastics in human testicles. Human testicles contain nearly 3 times as much plastic as dog testicles.
Based.
Drop in a smoke.
Nowhere to run!
I got the
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Target down. Paint check.
We're literally marinating our reproductive organs in synthetic
Based.
It's one of the many explanations as to why male sperm counts have dropped by more than 40% since 1970. Average sperm count could even hit near 0 at the current
What? That sounds like bullshit.
trajectory. Even if a situation that extreme doesn't transpire, there are plenty of other things to.
The silver's mine. Enemy C. Enemy spotted B.
Last player standing.
No peeking.
The warriors. Like the forever chemicals in non-stick pans and waterproof jackets, BPA in your water bottles, all the nasty chemicals in your shampoo, I mean, just the list goes on. Even simple stuff like drinking hot coffee out of plastic takeaway cups. We just live in a world now saturated with endocrine disruptors. And surprise, surprise, our endocrine systems are getting disrupted by all of this garbage we're pumping into our bodies daily. But even if you've somehow avoided the chemical assault, even if your fertility is
I didn't even notice the
fine,
thing.
there's another huge problem vying against us. How many of your friends between the ages of 18 and 30 have kids? What?
I would say that inside of my friend group,
Enemy spotted A.
how many of them had kids inside of 18 to 30?
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Sample size of... Let me think sample size of how many people. Let me think of like just the 30 people that I know that like the first 30 people come to mind. I'd say like 40 to 60%, somewhere around there.
Here comes the party.
None until this year or last. Is anyone planning to have kids? How about those who said they don't even want kids? We just push everything later and later back. Education, work, financial stability, middle classes especially. That pushes back having a family.
Of course.
Because you only have a family when it's really sensible to you, right? That's just the middle class value. Rich people don't worry, and poorer people don't worry.
No, they don't.
Nothing changes our biological clock when it comes to fertility. Women over 35 are considered advanced maternal age, and honestly 35 is starting to look young to have kids for millions of people around the world. However, at 35, miscarriage rates nearly double. The chance of
your kid can be all kinds of fucked up if you have a kid over 40. My mom was 40 when she had me. Ah, wow. How about that, huh?
chromosomal abnormalities skyrocket. Down syndrome which from something like 1 in 1,000
I get you 39 and a half.
You will not
chromosome. See, chromosome. I hear that.
Mothers, fathers contribute too. Men over 45
Last
show
player
increased risk
standing.
for autism, schizophrenia, and still.
One
but
downside
in
to
their
being immortal.
partners. Having kids into the
can't play
40s,
dead.
50s, and way higher for men at least is now becoming super common. Every year you wait, you're rolling dice with higher and higher stakes. But what else do you do? Shrug your shoulders and say it's too late and just plummet towards old age without the family you ever wanted and live an unsatisfying life. Well, if you don't want that, when natural conception fails, you can only turn to IVF. This is often the modern solution, except a single cycle costs $12,000 to $15,000.
Nowhere to run!
Dross in a smoke.
Last player standing.
Trump reduced these by a lot, to be fair. But yeah,
Medications is another $5,000, and most people need multiple cycles. So you're looking at
That's a lot.
around $30,000 to $50,000 minimum, often much more. And this leads down a dark path, where we're forced to engineer more of the process of just having kids. Genetic testing in the womb. Testing for Down syndrome is one thing, but some companies will now screen for height and IQ.
yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, if you're gonna have a manlet that's only like 6'1", I mean, you might as well just kill it. I mean, just kill him right now, right? I mean, let's not even. It's just so cruel to allow him. Like, he's gonna be 5'9". Just kill him. Just and listen, Sparta used to do that, right? They.
Reloading.
Drop in a smoke.
Take the baby. Ah, the
Last
baby's
player
small.
standing.
Off the cliff. That's the way it is.
An ethical black hole in every front, for men and women. Women are the child bearers, they shoulder a lot of the risk here, and male dating culture
Can't win 'em
doesn't
all.
think about this enough because everyone is turning against each other. If you've seen our video on population collapse, you'll know that fertility rates are just collapsing.
Yeah.
Countries like the USA and the UK are seeing the lowest childbirth numbers
There's
in
nothing compared to Korea, too.
histories. It's not just a stat, it's millions of people who always imagined they'd have a partner and family one day, now quietly aging out to that possibility.
Yep.
Family lines ending not because people don't want love, but because our environment makes acting on that desire impossible.
Exactly.
Ask yourself, even if you did meet the right person, what would stop you from having children? Probably not enough money, no chance of being able to buy a house anytime soon.
Yeah, if people don't want to have a kid and, like, you know, have this kid, put it in. I blame feminism.
One enemy
I
remaining.
think that if, you know, honestly, I think there's like 50 reasons. I think women being obnoxious is one of them, but I think women think men are awful too. Like, the thing is that this is the problem, is that a lot of it, people look at it from like a guy's perspective, but like, I know why women hate men, because I've read women's DMs.
Clutch.
Like, some guys, like, really, like, I mean, did you really have to send her a picture of your dick after you said good morning?
Last round in the half.
Like, you don't even know her. Why would you do that? Why would you send her a picture of your dick? Why would you do? You don't even know her name.
Cost of living is probably too high on your city.
It's just,
Food,
I
bills,
don't
and
get it.
transport. The cost of childcare is more than your current salary. There are
That's
just no good
ridiculous.
schools in your area, or no school places in areas with good schools. Or even just finding a wife that you can trust won't divorce you and
Oh.
take half of your money.
True.
It's probably all of the above. It's not just an economic problem. Based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, all the stuff we need like love and marriage and family are just the basics. It's the same importance in life as having food, water, a roof over our heads. The funny thing is that the way this hierarchy was sold to us in the 20th century made it sound like family came after you'd finally
The hunt begins.
self-actualized. You've nailed the career, the money, the
Well,
personal
that's
growth.
usually the way it used to be, right? Is like the idea was that you would find a girlfriend in like high school or college or early into work potentially.
30 seconds left.
And then as your career is getting more popular and you're doing better, then you get married and have kids, right? And like this all happens between like 23 to like 29 or 30, right? This is what happens. That's so unrealistic now. Well, I'm just saying, like, growing up, that's what they would tell me.
10 seconds left.
Now for a family. In reality, for most people, that self-actualization replaced family altogether. There was always one more phase of working on myself first, so we ended up with a whole culture optimized for individual self-actualization, while family quietly got pushed to the edge of the pyramid. Today, most of us, let alone Generation Z, never even get past the bottom layers. Housing, money, community, security, it's all unstable. And when your foundation is shaking, you can't climb to the levels where belonging, intimacy, and family even become possible. The system keeps us stuck in survival.
I mean, if you're stuck trying to afford food, it's hard to figure out where the hoes are. You know, like, that's just the way it is. This shit's a bummer. No, it's serious. It's the way it is.
Survival mode, but gaslights us for not reaching love. Do you ever lie in bed scrolling through people's social media? The engagements, weddings, honeymoons, kids, it feels like you're watching real life from behind glass as time seems to disappear from...
I don't, actually. Like, I never look at this shit. I just look at, videos of myself. I look at a lot of videos of myself. I'll watch myself. See what people are saying.
And it's not just about missing...
Spike planted.
You numpty.
Last player standing.
Missing out on dates is that we're missing out on the opportunity to build something lasting, something to have outside of ourselves, something to connect us with beauty in the world. Somehow starting a family is considered a luxury for the rich, a luxury for a select few in society who don't have to worry about the housing market. They don't have to worry about the dating crisis. They own several homes. That money and security is attractive to other women. They don't need to worry about schools. They can send their kids to the best private schools anywhere in the world. And the thing is, this isn't an accident. Decades of decisions driven by corporate greed, short-term profits, and a culture that worships work over family has left us here. Those at the top are allowed to have family. They're able to have more kids. And even
I think this was always the case, actually. I think it always was, but like now it's just gotten to be so extreme that it's problematic.
And they're still not having that many. Like an idiocracy, where you'll get these upper-class people debating whether it's a good idea to even have one child. So how can you expect an undervalued, underpaid worker class to ever be able to have the time, money, or even possibility of raising a family? Especially as more and more governments cut childcare, youth services, community centers, third spaces, police numbers, the list just goes on.
It's bad.
But the effect down the line is just a less safe, less connected society that is not replacing itself. Huge populations in the entire Anglosphere are just disappearing over time. And this is where it gets interesting, because if you think about the West 150 years ago, it wasn't like we were even that much richer. So many people struggled. Poverty was rife. The poor worked insane hours, but they still had families, often large ones. So what actually changed? Well, religious communities and spaces, shared culture, social traditions and rituals, these safety nets that help people to share life's burdens.
Yeah, there's no shared culture. And also, I think that it's harder for like a guy to like, I think, get a girlfriend in a lot of cases, because a lot of guys don't really know how to talk to girls. That's another big issue. Like, for example, it's like, what do you talk to this thing about, right? Like, what do you ask it what its day is like? I don't know what the fuck to say to it, man. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, can we just skip this part? Can we just skip this part? Like, this is just so fucking annoying.
Erased. Modernity has completely stripped away all the essentials that make replacing your population just a natural part of human evolution.
And then that's whenever you send them a picture of your dick. That's right. That's right. And now the police are here, and apparently there's something called sexual harassment. Like, what the fuck?
And I'd say the most infuriating part of this fertility collapse is when we're just supposed to pretend that people's decision to not have children is simply a personal choice, and not one imposed upon us by oppressive social structures. This isn't a problem.
I think there's a lot of reasons. I think that also people don't have kids because of their career in a lot of cases too. That's a big factor, huge factor.
Africa or other developing parts of the world, and yet somehow the rich West can't even replace its population levels.
Yep.
And we can't just blame the rich and powerful here. Much of the progress we celebrate today is just part of the problem.
Well, and it's also like people consume media that makes them hate the other gender. I think that's another really big factor, is that they're consuming media that makes them fucking hate men or hate women. And so they spend all their time looking at this and then they're crashing out. Like, yeah, duh, of course they are, because you're just getting fed a constant diet of men bad, women bad, etc. You're watching me. Yeah, you watch me all day and you hate women. Of course, duh. Obviously.
We created a massive middle class, and when you look at who's actually having kids, it's not a straight line from rich to poor.
Yep.
It's a U-shape. The wealthy have kids. Elon Musk has 12 children. Nick Cannon has 12. Robert De Niro just had his 7th at age 79. The working class or populations in poorer countries have tons of kids too. Africa's population is booming. Often when work prospects are lower and pay worse, kids become a lifeline. Life priorities put family before career advancement because career advancement really isn't on the table anyway. There's nothing controversial about this. This was always what it used to be like before countries became industrialized and the middle class blew up. Families had loads of kids first because the mortality was high, and second...
Yeah, you gotta just... Honestly, you gotta have like 6 or 7 kids. That way, like...
Hey,
popped off. Like, I don't know, like some fucking war or some shit, right? And then they're...
Last player standing.
There's apparently a tiger. Found that out, you know, where's Billy? Well, I mean, like, you didn't even give a kid a name, right? Like, they used to not even give kid names until they had a certain amount of age, right? Like, it's like, this kid's like, you know, now, all right, you know, he's 5. All right, let's call him, well, let's call him Ed. How about that?
Chamber, you had a good
They have names.
Because it means
like,
more family income and overall chances of survival. The middle class, though, they're getting absolutely...
And then somebody said also, it's a good point, right, is you have to also have another kid so you can ritualistically sacrifice it for the, for rain.
Crushed, and they're dying quite literally because of that. First, the middle class is associated with hard work and career aspiration, the self-actualization I talked about earlier. So immediately there's an additional cost, childcare, because most middle class households have dual incomes. No one wants to give up the career society marketed to them all their life. The middle class...
It's also the issue is that, like, I mean, in my opinion, like, I'm a traditional kind of guy. Is that the right way of doing things is that you get married, and then after you get married, then you know, the wife stays at home and the guy takes care of her. Like, that's the way to do it that works. Now there's other ways to do it, but that's the way that works. And so, you know, I've been doing this for thousands of years. Doesn't mean the woman doesn't do anything, right? But it's like, that's the way it's been working. And so, traditional is best, exactly. But the problem is, like, number one, most guys can't afford that. And number two, a lot of people don't get married. So whenever you're like a girl, you know, you're a stay-at-home girlfriend for 5 years, and then your boyfriend kicks you to the curb, well, now you don't have any alimony. You're not making any money. You're just basically, like, stuck. Because there's also another factor is that women have a period like between like 18 and like I'd say like 30, 35, sometimes even less, where they're going to be attractive and guys are going to want to spend time and money on them naturally. And it's like if there's a 40-year-old chick, like some guy isn't probably as involved or doesn't care. Like, okay, she can be successful maybe, but like he doesn't give a shit about that, right? He just wants some chick that he's able to just kind of, you know, like, yeah, take care of, and that's it. The clock's ticking, exactly. So like if you're a woman and you're dating a guy for like 4 years and it's between the ages of like you're like 23 to like 27, let's say, and then it doesn't work out, well, you just lost a huge component of those people, right? And that's the big issue, right? Baby at home, husband works his ass off for it. Yeah, exactly, right? And so, and okay, viewers, people go so crazy. Guys, let's relax the fucking viewer count. Who gives a fuck? And so anyway, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, what was I saying before I got confused? Anyway, industry titans in the workplace in there. Yeah, sure, right? And like just overall, what I think happens is that you have people that, you know, I mean, like, they can't take care of a family. They're not making enough money. And then you have these women and they don't want to they don't get married. And so now there's no investment between the two people and it just gets worse.
With a spreadsheet, mortgage, student loans, car payments, health insurance.
You're a moron about this. Women are awful. They're 100% of the problem.
Almost down.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, yeah.
Insurance, retirement savings,
right.
they're already behind.
I hate
them. And then childcare
I
because
hate
their
them.
rent. So they wait and wait. They're being sensible, and by the time they feel ready, realize the biological clock never stopped. This is the low fertility trap that threatens everyone. The working class they can't find as many as they want. The middle class, people who followed all the rules of their life, maximized their education, delayed gratification. Well, they're getting totally screwed. As you expect and probably know, all of this is causing a hell of a lot more stress, angst, paranoia, and disdain. It's getting so bad the men are just doing everything possible to thrive in this algorithmic system. To the point.
Well, they do. Oh no! Oh no! Are they gonna talk about the fucking hitting their face with a hammer? Oh my god! Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom. But,
All right,
yeah, no,
muckers.
Yes.
Off we go.
Da.
Long.
Good. Good.
मैं ना क्यों भाई जो पीक करने जा रहा हूँ
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, take a break, guys.
Keep them in our sights.
Gun here. Go, go, go.
Reloading. Reloading.
They are so dead. Stop them, please. Thank you.
The hunt begins.
No peeking.
भाई कॉल तो दे दो आगे भी पे
No peeking. Get out of my way.
Last player standing.
Do you know what we should do? I'll tell you. We should win. Go.
Need a drop.
I'm out of here.
Track them down.
लो मेरे कॉल पे यहाँ पे स्मोक करियो जब मैं कर स्मोक कर
No peeking. Drop in a smoke.
Move shot that.
Spike down A.
Triangle destroyed.
One enemy
No
remaining.
bother. My ult is ready.
Spike is A.
Okay, done.
Okay, which gun to pick this
Gun
time?
here. Gotta go.
Here.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
लो पहले लॉन्ग पे स्मोक दियो ठीक है फिर शॉट पे दिया.
Get on with it.
आ रहे तोड़ देना.
Drop in a smoke. No peeking.
Spike down B.
This is B.
अरे ए जा जल्दी जाओ. लोग तेरा अल्ट है तो पुश करके खेल ले. अल्ट पे आगे.
Spike planted.
राजा क्लोड डर मत तू पैंड उसका.
No peeking.
अरे प्लांट देख कहाँ किया.
Revealing area. There they are.
ठीक है वन.
Enemy remaining.
फर्स्ट हेवन.
I can't look. Please don't blow up.
Last player standing.
ए भाई
सब हक
Well,
गो.
that's just-
मैं दे देता कवर भाई.
I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it.
वही तो मैं दे रहा था कवर.
उसका अल्ट ना इधर लगा पता है. ये इधर वॉल पे लगा.
ओए ये बाय दे दो यार.
You want to play? Let's play.
No peeking. Have a kit.
नियॉन मत कर नियॉन. लॉन्ग से आजा. लॉन्ग के लिए नहीं लगा था ट्रिक.
No peeking.
नियॉन तू भाग जा. तू पीछे भाग जा. मैं लड़क से निकाल लूँ.
Enemy scanning ahead. Found them. Shot that. Enemy spotted A.
Pew pew.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Were they born yesterday or something? None of my stuff has malfunctioned. I'm out of here. Can we celebrate that?
हाँ भाई सूरज निकल आया. बी आएंगे वो. बी.
Chambers going down.
Drop in a smoke. Drop in a smoke.
Many enemies B. Taken out. Got one. Here we go.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
तेरा पैरल देखेगा.
रोटेट कर रहा है शायद. नहीं वहीं पर बाहर रुका हुआ. आ रहा है. मार
30 seconds left.
Nice one.
One bullet per enemy. That should be enough. Reloading.
I'm out of here. Go, go, go.
Oh my god. Oh, he's on.
Ah, break's over. I'm out of here. Enemy A. No peeking.
प्लांट होने देना ठीक है मैं अल्ट पे खेल लूंगा तो बाबू कहाँ आ रहे हो नाइस वन स्पाइक डाउन
Spike down A.
I'm out of here. No peeking. Go, go, go. Gotta go. Right here. That's a kill.
One enemy remaining.
Gotta go. Up one of these. Reloading. Go, go, go.
My quiver is never full.
क्या हो गया यार यार मेरा नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम दिखा रहा है फॉर सम फक रीजन
इसमें प्रोवाइडर को कॉल कर
नहीं पिंग भी सही आ रहा है मेरा ना कुछ आ नहीं रहा वैलोरेंट में दिक्कत है 30 का पिंग दिखा रहा है 60 का
Get out of my way.
Enemy B.
Drop in a smoke.
Enemy flank.
Drop in a smoke.
मत दे भाई एक तो स्मोक छोड़ दे लॉन्ग का छोड़ दे या शॉर्ट का ऑफ कर रहा हूँ
Too slow.
Spike down B.
एट अ टाइम
कोई ना होल्ड करो फेक करेगा शायद
भाई
One
क्लोज
enemy
लेफ्ट
remaining.
बच गया तो
Last round before the switch.
Gotta go.
Gun here.
यार मैं रीस्टार्ट करके आ रहा
ऑफ दे दो
जल्दी जा
I have money. I have money. Hello. Good attempt. Thanks.
They don't have a chance.
No peeking. I never left.
मैं आऊँ
Last player standing. Spike down. Defender spawn. Spike planted.
Teleport's ready.
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
Reloading. Trust me, they will make mistakes.
जितना हो सके अपन फेक करेंगे ठीक है
Yes. Yes.
मैं क्या तो सर्वर के नीचे बैठ के खेल रहा है नस्ता पिंग आ रहा
क्या बोल रहा
I'm out of here.
है मैं यार नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम दिखा रहा है
तो कौन सा वाईफाई यूज करता है भाई
वाईफाई तो एयरटेल है
भाई
बट वो सही है भाई
Go, go, go.
मुंबई में रहता हूँ तो लाइक इंटरनेट कनेक्टेड है नहीं वो नॉर्मल वाईफाई
नॉर्मल है नॉर्मल
मदर
अरे मुंबई पे होता है भाई मुंबई पे
अरे मुंबई पे उनकी
Go,
ब्रांच
go,
है
go.
रुक जा
ओ ये स्मोक कर दे ब्रो हुक्का चेंबर हुक्का
मैं देखो मैं एंट्री फुल करा रहा हूँ किल की उम्मीद है मत रखना।
One enemy remaining.
Enemy defender
हाँ वो
spawned.
कर लेंगे। अरे वो काम अपन कर लेंगे, टेंशन मत ले।
जैसे घुसता रहूँगा वेट होता
I
रहूँगा
feel
किल
bad for them. I really do. Just not enough to stop winning.
यार मैं 3 बार तो ठीक 10 का पैकेट लो अगर एक मैं सोचो हवा में 3 बार क्यों उड़ रहा हूँ।
I'm out of here. What of that winning stuff, aye? Go, go, go!
ये यहाँ
Revealing area.
Dropping smoke. I'm out of here. Next.
Reloading.
Go, go, go.
Reloading.
Go, go.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Reloading. We are just too good.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick
रुको
off.
मैं वाईफाई डिस्कनेक्ट करके आता हूँ फिर से चलता है।
Going A.
Shock is dropping smoke.
एक सौ 5 पीक दे ले भाई साहब में 105 लो राइट में देखियो तो 105 बात
Last player standing.
Enemy spotted
Spike
A.
down.
heaven,
A.
heaven.
Charge and shoot. Easy enough.
तो रिवील या ड्रोन वगैरह करो ना साइड पे, लोकेशन नहीं मिल रही बंदों की।
Yes.
आओ इधर से ड्रोन करो अंदर, शिफ्ट वॉक करो यहाँ तक।
Da.
करो ड्रोन करो।
ऑप है लॉन्ग पे ऑप है।
Revealing area.
3 बंदे हैं यहाँ पे, मत जा
रोटेट।
All right, I'm back. Give me a minute. We good?
Spike drop.
All right.
Of literally breaking their bones to add height to their hinge profile,
Smart.
or just smashing their jaw open until it
Smart.
looks
There
worthy
you
of
go.
more likes on Instagram.
There you go.
It's why looks maxing is now a thing.
We're really seeing is that there is
Yes.
like this very, very like deep anger, entitlement. There's like this incel movement. There's this like alpha male, beta male kind of
Yes.
thing. And I don't know if you kind of get this, but there's like a deep sense of like anger.
Men today are more overprotected than ever before, but at the same time less able to be themselves or
30
show
seconds
vulnerability
left.
than ever,
Last
with
player
constant
standing.
mixed messages about needing to be confident and
कोई लिखना
assertive,
मत, कोई
but
लिखना
also
मत,
to
AFK
never
मत
make a
लिखना।
woman uncomfortable. So when real intimacy feels impossible or dangerous, most people just end up with two obvious escape.
Well, it's also that like a lot of the people that are, I think, a lot of the like male role model people are like super
10 seconds
problematic.
left.
Like they are either like really simpy and they're just talking about how bad men are, or they actually are misogynist and they legitimately hate
Please do
women,
not mistake
right?
my
There's like
smile.
almost
I take
never
this all
a
very
like middle
seriously.
ground that makes sense. It just doesn't happen.
Adult content, which has now become a type of synthetic intimacy,
Yes.
numbing your core drive in life to
There
Bonnie
it
Blue
is.
videos. Or you go the other extreme route, monk mode, with alpha
Yeah.
male gurus, where you see influencers taking TRT at just 14 years old
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to start off early, right? Of course.
to to looks max.
I was like, I'm gonna get my physique going as quickly as possible. I do not care about side effects. I don't.
Take flight. Enemy mark.
Dropping smokes. Have one of these. Satchel out. Satchel out.
Shot down.
Target down. See ya. Reloading.
Spike planted.
Hey.
होल्ड कर रहा है
दोनों है बंदों ने
पीक मतलब ऑफ है आप
Last player standing.
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
आराम से
सोवा वेट कर
नाइस वन सोवा
ले ऑफ
Revealing area. A
My
bow and
ult
arrow
is
is
ready.
old-fashioned, but sometimes old ways are best.
I'm out of here.
Need a drop. Reloading.
I don't care about any
आजा
implications.
नियॉन आप लॉन्ग से आओ
Oh, this guy's using drugs. None of that shit really fazed me.
There's even an influencer influenced so much by his love of American Psycho, he offers expensive courses to help young vulnerable men ascend.
Syrian Psycho. Fucking based. He's got 1.9 million views. That's impressive.
Even the escape routes offered by these men roads to nowhere with heavy price tags attached.
I actually disagree with this. I think that if you try to work on your appearance and like, there are people like basically you can't multiply by 0. So like, for example, there's some people that are fucked up in one way or another and it doesn't really matter what they do. But let's say you're just like a normal person. You're a...
Throny.
Like I never left.
Average person. If you take steps to make yourself look more attractive, it will make your life a lot easier. It will. You'll get treated better. People will respect you more. It should.
कर दे भाई सोवा तेरे भरोसे
Team A.
नाइस वन
ऑफ ले
That's the way everything like this is. And
ले
yeah, exactly, right? Disagree, diet and gym? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what my point is. Diet and gym, yes. If you're going out there and you're going to the gym and you're exercising and you're putting a lot of work into what you're doing, this will absolutely increase your chances of having women that are interested in you and want to talk to you. Like, don't ever let anybody tell you that this stuff, like the looks maxing stuff works. It obviously works. If it didn't work, then makeup wouldn't be one of the biggest industries in the world. Like, duh.
जंप पिक करियो
Scanning ahead.
Dropping smokes.
भाई ये स्टैक था क्या तो इसने अल्ट किया
Take flight. Enemy mark. Enemy in defender spawn.
Last player standing.
My bad.
Of course it matters.
Flawless.
All clearly indicates that there is a crisis happening. There are symptoms that dating is falling apart. And with more and more endless towns and cities designed around roads for vehicles and the loss of communal spaces that once
lamps का control
time is just now dominated by screens. We need more exaggerated extreme content, whether it be some crazy looks smack runs or watching 1,000 men line up outside. Yet whenever this issue is talked about publicly, it just sounds like a joke. No one ever takes it seriously, no one even thinks
the problem is that it's insidious in a way.
अरे भाई अभी लेट मी भाई मेरे पीछे आते हो मेरा नेट जा रहा है
Spike down A. Last player standing.
कहाँ स्मोक करना तुझे? एक इस जनरेटर के ऊपर जो छोटा वाला है और एक यहाँ पे।
These guns we use are okay, but
छोटा
I
वाला
will
जनरेटर
also
है ना
bring my own.
उसके ऊपर और एक यहाँ पे इससे कवर हेवन भी कवर होता है और वो भी कवर होता है।
हाँ बस ये और ये।
Hello.
ये कौन कर रहा है? ये वाला मार्क मत कर, ये बहुत बेकार स्मोक है यहाँ से। जब कोई बात चाहता तब करते हैं वो। अभी हम शॉर्ट से आ रहे हैं ना, हमसे कुछ ज्यादा।
Here we go. Shotgun. Shot out. Cancel out.
Plant the spike. They are so dead.
Spike planted.
स्मोकर निकाल दिया उनको, आराम से खेलो, अंदर खेलो। रेस का अल्ट है। अरे चैम्बर।
Fire in the hole.
नाइस वन रे, नाइस वन फ्लो।
आराम
से सब आराम से। आप बजा के जा रहा हो।
One enemy remaining.
ये बहुत छोटी।
ऑफ है उस पे, लैंप्स ऑफ। पिक मत करो। डिफ करना
कर देना, वन वे कर देना।
डिफ करना दे।
वन वे कैसे करूं? ये मेरा नुन्नू हिला के भाग जा दूर।
Player standing.
इतना छोटा है। वन में मतलब ये ट्रक के ऊपर तुम एम रख के करोगे ना, ये देख। नहीं होगा वन में, वहाँ बीच में तब प्लांट। अच्छा बीच में लगता है। अच्छा तब ऐसी सिचुएशन में ना लैंड्स में यहाँ पे स्मोक दे दिया। पूरा स्मोक गया। बाय मार। जज की स्किन है किसी पे? हाँ।
Thank you.
भाई साहब इस पे
कहाँ?
करीब तेरे पे तो है ही नहीं बस। नारेट आईडी मेरे। आओ आओ आओ।
भाई किसी।
You want to play? Let's play.
लेफ्ट राइट।
Enemy low.
गन ट्रेसेस में दिखे।
तो पीछे आ जा यार।
इसके लिए मैं सोवा का ड्रोन करवाता हूँ वहाँ पे। राइट साइड। ये इधर। ये देख मार्क टेक मेरा।
अरे पीछे आ जा सोवा, मत लड़ो।
Last player standing.
अबे नुन्नू चोदू।
Shock dart.
अरे
लाइन अप तो है। आओ बे, या तो ए लैंप्स पे से ही चलते हैं।
Act on my intent.
भी करो।
Don't give them time to reposition.
Go.
मैं लॉन्ग से आता हूँ।
सबका ही ठीक है।
किधर राउंड से तो मैं ही पाल रहा हूँ, तुमको कुछ खरीद लो।
I'm out of here.
2 राउंड से मैंने किसी जन को पाया दिया। एक को नहीं आ रहा।
Quick
मेरा नेट
feet,
जा रहा
quick
है यार।
trigger.
ओए मरना मत वहाँ पे।
Revealing area.
Shock it.
117। अरे मार।
Reloading.
17 जेट।
Enemy spotted B.
Last player standing.
117 चेंबर। दोनों 117।
Down. My ult is
चेंबर
ready.
आल्सो। निकल यहाँ से।
No.
अरे ए
1v2 है ब्रो भाई।
कोई ना, लेट हिम को खेलने दो ना, तुम मर के उसको।
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry. There are other.
मैं देखो, मैं डीप कार्वेचर वाला कर रहा हूँ। कार्वेचर ऑन कर रहा हूँ, तुमको तुम्हारी गलती।
Go.
मैं जाता हूँ शॉट से।
I'm out of here. Gotta go.
ये स्टैक हो सकता है। मैं फेक करता हूँ। तुम भी कमिट
I'm
करो।
out of here.
अरे फेक मत कर यार, बी आ
अरे
जा।
आ जाओ बी, आ जाओ।
The hunt begins.
Enemy B. Dropping.
अबे राइट साइड कोने पे। राइट साइड कोने। खाली।
Reload.
98 है यारो। सुबह तू अल्ट पे खेल ले प्लान करके। एल्बो खेल ले जेट के नाम है जेट पर तो बहुत बड़ा एरिया
planted.
जा 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 जल्दी जा और तू एल्बो
Last player standing.
तड़ा भाई हट लंड हो गया अभी कर ले कांड कर लो भाई
हल्ट भी है भाई
One enemy remaining.
आ
क्या भाई
Switching sides.
जल्दी करो यार मुझे जैपनीज फॉर्म देख
Get ready. I go fast.
ओए ऑफ किसके ना
हां मेरे को
because it is one of those topics where you have it's so ridiculous whenever it's being discussed. Things like Clav or Bonnie Blue talking about this stuff, it seems like it's it seems fucking ridiculous. And so because it's so ridiculous and it in a way is a parody of itself, people think that it's a joke, but it's actually really not. Some of these factors are real. They absolutely are. So I wish I was the 1000th person. I don't. Yeah, I don't. And wait, sex with 1,000 people? Yeah, bro. Like this woman was.
भाई तू मेरी ऑप को मत करना स्मोक.
Honestly, it's kind of impressive in a way. People treat you the way you look. Yeah, people treat you the way.
फेक है.
ये बात
Trap destroyed.
देखा ही नहीं लॉक कर रहा है
आ रहे हैं
Spike planted.
Ready. I don't think so. Right here.
तो वो दिखा तेरे को सामने हो हाँ इधर
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
किधर
राइट साइड
This is less than I can.
भाई मैं मे बी 1v5v4 था ना
Switching sides.
एक पिक निकाल लिया था ना किसको चुल्ला था ना आगे जाने का
Them run when lit by my
कुछ पे था वो
Does anyone have guns?
बात से मरा
भाई एक तो ये लो मेरे को स्मोक ही करता रहा
अबे मैंने देखा ही नहीं तू ऑफ कर रहा है
तो देख क्या रहा है भाई तू 3 राउंड में
अरे चार दबा के वजह से देख रहा हूं कोई नहीं
I'm out of here. We're good.
तो वो ड्रोन कर यार यार
भाई कुछ भी मार
ग्लो एग्रेसिव जा नहीं कर रहा डिफ नहीं कर रहा
Last player standing.
रीलोड कर
डिफ करने दो उसे अब पिक कर नहीं करेगा
थ्रो कर दिया इतनी अच्छी एंट्री मिल रही है जीत गए
अब तो जीते अब ये मैच जीते अब ये
भाई की जय हो
Overtime.
भाई अब अगर कोई गाना मस्ती किया ना मैं पक्का बोल रहा हूँ मार दूंगा भाई
ओडिन उठा लो भाई
सुबह भाई की मेहनत है भाई
love this part.
अरे उन पे इनिशिएटर नहीं है, कोने काने बैठे रहो ना एक जगह पे।
Revealing area.
बी फुट
Drop in a smoke.
बस सही बैठा हूँ मैं, कोई ना।
इधर टीपी लगाया लॉन्ग पे चेम्बर ने।
जेट भी तेरे पास होगा तेरे पे।
हाँ लॉन्ग पे है, वो है नियो। टीपी।
One enemy remaining.
लेट्स गो यार, हार गए, लेट्स गो
भाई प्लीज अब अटैकिंग ध्यान से, अब फेक कर लेते हैं तो।
मैं फेक करता हूँ ना, पूरा गले तक फेक करता हूँ।
It seems these strangers want me dead.
Go, go, go.
They're not so first.
दे बी फेक करो, चेम्बर बी पे होता।
बी फेक कर।
हाँ बी भाई बी।
तो बी क्या है, ये क्या है, तो ये है।
बी
तो बी तो जा रहा हूँ।
आजा सुबह।
फेक थे बोल दे।
चेम्बर इधर है।
No peeking.
Spike planted. Shot down.
आ जाओ नियॉन भाई।
ट्रिपल लॉक पे।
ऑपरेटर
standing.
भाई किक मेन से
रोअर भाई इतना इजी खेलता है।
हाँ तो मेरे को
Switching sides.
बस है भाई मेरी तो। हटो यार, डायरी हो जाएगा, मत करो यार।
Overtime.
Go.
Going A. What do you say, drone? Ready to stretch you? No. Yes. Need a
I'm
drop.
out of here.
Need a drop. Thanks. Scanning ahead. There they are.
कुछ भी मारा। Committed outside default.
Drop in a smoke.
Smoke अंदर खेला गया।
Spike planted.
Alright.
Lamps. Temple lamps.
Last player standing.
Chamber easy है।
एंटी भाई, वो अपन वहीं पे मैच हार गए थे भाई, पिछले राउंड ही मैच हार गए थे।
वही ना, रेस की वजह से।
रेस की वजह से। वो मेन पे सोवा क्या कर रहा था?
वो चल, वो तो चल ठीक है उसका, चल हो गया।
ये चेम्बर चूतिया पीछे क्यों आ रहा था?
दो मारे भाई मैंने, मैं पोस्ट प्लांट खेल रहा था, ठीक है। तू खा गया।
पहला किल कैसे मारे ये तो बताओ यार।
मारे तो
कर रहा है।
एक स्मोक के अंदर है।
हट जा जल्दी है ना यहाँ मेरी भी छाती पे क्यों प्लान कर रहा है भाई ये इसको
Spike down A.
भाई क्या लॉन्ग से भी कर सकता है तू प्लान
Last player standing.
जी जी
चलो आंटी जी बेल्ट अप कर रहा है इनेबल है लेजेंडरी दिख रही है उसको
भाई सोवा तू यहाँ प्लांट कर सकता है भाई
Oh man. चलो भाई